Hello, hello. Hi, current transits. Hello, good morning, good morning. Taurus moon. Is anyone on a bit of a go slow at the moment? It's a bit of a chill morning. However, well, actually, not even a go slow. Well, the moon is conjunct Uranus right now, so there might be some changes taking place. Like we've got all of this mental energy, and at 6:30 tonight, the moon is going to move into Gemini, so we're going to get those feels from the new moon tomorrow already starting to happen. Hi, good morning, Kathy. How are you? Got to do that thing. Yeah. So yeah, today Taurus. All right. So if you have been implementing the changes or the thoughts that you've been inundated with. Good morning, Susan. How are you? Today is definitely one of those days where it's about you trying to channel this passion in a direction of your choosing because shiny thing. So we're going to do our shiny thing list. That's our list of potentials and possibilities. You know, we want to have that separate list of I need to achieve this. Remember, we're really trying to contain all of this energy. You know, we've got our inspiration list. You know, that inspiration that might come over us. So our Jupiter in Gemini, pen and paper somewhere to take down all these brilliant ideas. So effort is required though. All right. So this morning we have the moon conjunct Uranus at 9 a.m. All right. So that could be that shifting, prickly potential for change. Remember, it's in Taurus. We now have Mars. Oh no, sorry. Sunday we have Mars in Taurus. But you know, Taurus wants that stable sameness, and Uranus is like, get uncomfortable. All right. So yes, effort is required, but we need patience as well. You know, all of this Mercury, you know, especially now Mercury is in Gemini. He's just like, faster, faster, faster. You can imagine he is in his race car right now. He's in his favorite car. So we need to contain all the passion. Like I said, the moon moves at 6:30. Good morning, Jay. So, you know, we're going to have quite a stable day. All right. So tonight is when all of the when Mercury starts spinning his wheels at the traffic lights, going, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, okay, like I was saying, the moon conjunct Uranus at 9 a.m. So just get prepared for that one. And then most of the other stuff that the moon does is actually later in the day. So we've got a sextile to Neptune at 6 p.m. All right, so we might start getting a little bit over it, a little bit dreamy, a little bit, okay, I've done my day's work around that 6 p.m. mark. And then the moon moves at 6:30, all right? Or it's actually 6:37, but you know, 6:30-ish. All right, then we've got a trine, moon in Gemini, trine Pluto at 10 p.m. So most of us are going to be asleep at that time, or you know what I mean. So that we might have prophetic dreams. That would be a potential. And then also that conjunction to Jupiter at 11 p.m. So, you know, maybe our dream space will be something that gives us messages tonight, potentially, you know. All right, so now when was that Mercury was conjunct Jupiter? That was last night at 8 p.m. So, you know, that could have been us becoming very aware of information that we didn't give ourselves enough credit for. Like maybe we're like, oh, I really am knowledgeable in that area. You know, again, this week I've been talking about giving yourself the credit that you deserve. So coming at things with confidence. Like even you know, Mars freshly out of his whole experience. Good morning, Kath. We've still got this, you know, this Chiron Hygieia exact conjunction tomorrow morning. So we're very aware of our mental landscape. We're very aware of the boundaries that we need to be putting in place. You know, we've done the, you know, since that beginning of May when Mars moved into Aries, you know, we've been on a mission. And now it's like, oh, okay, all right, that mission, these are all just coexisting in the air, So Mars is like, okay, dusted myself off. My wounds are my wounds are cleaned and my wounds have been bandaged, but they might still be a little bit raw. I know I did the words for next week yesterday. I can't remember what day it was, but there was a certain day that it was like exactly that. The wounds are not fresh, but they still might be raw. Um, but they're not life threatening, if you know what I'm trying to say. All right, so we're on our mission. We've just got to contain all of this mental energy, and yeah, plan. So I felt like Yoda when I wrote this, trying to contain all of this passion could be a challenge, but plan you must. Yes, Jay, they are absolutely sensitive. All right, so another one could be booking time with a mentor, or just reaching out to a mentor or someone that you can converse with. That's part of knowledge is accepting that we don't know everything, and that we need to reach out and find our peers and our the family that we choose. So definitely conversing is a reach out and converse. So that's a good one. All right. Blah, blah, blah. The sun is conjunct Venus. Oh, well, that was this morning at 12:30. So, I hope all your conversations are full of love. They're only seconds apart. So we're still in that Kazemi. It's 17 seconds of arc when you have that Kazemi. And right now, the Sun and Venus are only at 4 seconds apart. So they are still very much in alignment. So, that thought process, communication skills, the Sun and Venus exactly lined up. If you are needing to have a conversation with someone that you may want to go in your favor, then maybe the sweet words, and with that Mercury Jupiter last night, that understanding that I am knowledgeable in the things that I want to talk about, reach out for conversations today that need to be swayed in your favor, potentially. They could have financial flavors as well. Maybe you need to ring the bank or your super, or I don't know, something financial or value orientated. I just got an auction in my head for some reason. They were like, the auction, the auction. Okay, somebody got an auction that they need to go to or ring up about. I don't know. I was just listening about an estate sale. So you never know. That might have just put the idea there. Anyway, so yeah, that Mercury Jupiter is still fresh. The Sun Venus is still fresh. The Sun is also in that square to Saturn, which is a beautiful part of the new moon chart for tomorrow, because it grounds all of this mental energy that we have. Like there is just such an abundance of mental blah, 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 that Saturn in Pisces, which rules that mental landscape that he's in right now, is saying contain your enthusiasm, contain that passion, give it a logical and rational direction. That's what I think I wrote in the thing, um, to channel the energy in the direction of your choosing. All right, don't just get swept away with all of the air in your head right now. And I know it's hard, but just, I don't know, I've got just keep a rock in your pocket. Gemini, Gemini. It's at 10:35 p.m. tomorrow night in Gemini. So it's about setting intentions on how can you start something, with that logical, grounded, how are you going to make these new plans that you have last the distance? All right. We want very rational plans. Okay. We want to be able to plan our maneuver. And remember, Mars has just done his whole thing. He's very aware of, like I said, the Hygeia, the Chiron Hygeia thing that's happening tomorrow morning. This has allowed us to put boundaries in place because we've had that experience. We know what we need. Yeah. Good morning, April. How are you? That's awesome, Jay. Um, yeah. So, very much around, there's a lot of sensitivity in the air because it's Chiron and Hygeia, right? Chiron, that wounded hero, or the wounded healer, and Hygeia, the goddess who is concerned with your mental health and well-being. All right, this is what makes my astrology. It is because I am looking at it from a personal development perspective. I'm looking at it for you, looking at those raw experiences that you have had, and maneuvering your future intentions, knowing that that is a boundary that I have, that I can put into place. All right. And one, you know what? One day that Chiron experience is going to be nothing to you. But while these things are still fresh, we need to learn to, if you break a bone, you're going to be a bit more careful of that bone for X period of time. Same thing. The wounds might not be fresh, but they could be, cleaned and bandaged, but still raw and sensitive. So absolutely, April. Yesterday, oh my God, I was like having to contain myself all day. So, but yeah, tomorrow morning that Chiron Hygeia is at 8 a.m. Okay. So, and that's going to be, again, there is just so much freaking mental activity right now. You're going to be in your head. All right. So if you need that beautiful conversation today with people, or if you need a conversation that you want to go your way, then reach out today, because I think that's going to be a lovely day. Yeah. So, for tomorrow, I definitely wrote, calm the fuck down. Yep, sage yourself. Absolutely. You know what, April? It is so much about what tools do you have in your toolbox. That's it. It's one of my major things is, what have you already learned? What do you already know works for you? Because at this time, Jupiter could be offering you so many options that we don't want it to go into shiny thing territory. We don't want it to just be for this minute where we go off on a new tangent and we get there and we're like, oh, this isn't for me. So we have to come back, and then we're off, and then we come back. And so it's just like that Saturn in Pisces ability to rationally go, okay, all right, before I get excited and waste all my energy going that way, does it feel right? Or do I have something similar that I already know that I can bring myself back down and just find that calm place? But yeah, saging yourself sounds awesome. I was actually talking to someone this morning about, with the work that we do, we open ourselves up to so many things. So we really want to be careful that we hygeia, we have spiritual hygiene as well. So, what feels good, and put those boundaries in place. So that's pretty much me. Let me draw a card. I am available today. I have 2 reading spaces if you would like a reading. Do you want the new moon reading? All right, so, maybe we can have a look at your chart. I've got that $40 special. We can have a look at your chart, see where the energy lays for this month. Maybe that will be that focus, or, the Jupiter and Gemini one. That's a bit bigger. I need to do a little bit more research on that one. So that one's a half an hour, $99 reading. So look at me telling you what cookies are in my bag. So yeah, definitely reach out today if you want to have a chat. I'm around. All right, so the card for today is the Lovers. Ooh, I just got Mr. Bombastic come into my head for that one. Oh, I love this. Okay, so what feels good? What is that energy that you can wrap yourself around? I'm getting that, that whole blending of energies. But in the words today, I also wrote about containing your passion. So, that lover might look good. That new thing might look delicious right now. But is he going to last the distance? All right. So I don't know. Sorry about that. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, you're not having new moon babies, are you? Because there we go. Do you want to have new moon babies? Actually, Gemini is what is considered a barren sign. I think it's because it's too windy. It's not stable. So I mean, go for it. It's all about new life. But yeah, so contain that passion and channel it in the direction that you choose. So there, that's me, guys. Mwah. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you tomorrow for our new moon chat. Oh, twins. Ooh, how exciting. All right, see you guys. Mwah.